Thank you for visiting our website. What you're about to see is a few minutes of our Replacing a Shock module, which is a fraction of our 13-module Advanced Equipment Maintenance and Small Repairs online training program. For a demonstration of our complete Advanced Equipment Maintenance and Small Repairs training program, follow the instructions at the end of this preview. Thank you and enjoy.
Caution: never enter the tunnel when equipment is running due to the risk of death or dismemberment. Replacing a shock. The purpose of this module is to learn about the shocks and how to perform the steps necessary to replace a shock. The resources that are needed are 1. Eye protection, 2. Gloves, 3. Hammer, 4. Ladder, 5. Combination wrenches, 6. Replacement shock, 7. Maintenance log, 8. Any additional tools or equipment required at your location. As with any equipment maintenance and repair, the exact order of steps, tools needed, and frequency of tasks to be performed will vary based on the make and model of equipment, the volume at the location, and how well the tasks are performed. Caution: before performing any repairs, you should always engage in e-stop. Shocks are used on many pieces of equipment in the tunnel, including the wraps, tire brushes, side washers, and others. At many car washes, the shocks are checked on a daily basis for proper function and wear. Shocks are used to dampen the movement of equipment in the tunnel, and in non-retract applications, a shock and spring may be used to apply constant and smooth pressure to the vehicle. If shocks are not functioning properly, we may lose our ability to properly clean the vehicles and keep our customers' vehicles and our equipment safe from damage. The longer we wait to replace a shock, the longer the quality of our wash is diminished. Replacing a shock. Periodically, you will have to replace the shocks on various pieces of equipment. The frequency of this task will depend upon the piece of equipment that the shock is on, as well as the wash volume. In this course, you will learn how to perform the steps necessary to replace a shock in the car wash. Your manager will inform you of when or how often this maintenance should take place at your location. Typically, this task takes 15 minutes. In order to replace a shock with an air cylinder, perform the following steps. 1. Gather necessary tools and safety equipment. If you are replacing a shock that is above eye level, you will need to use a ladder. 2. Engage in e-stop. 3. Lock out the Motor Control Center, MCC, if possible. In the equipment room, turn off the power to the piece of equipment you will be working on and any nearby equipment that could engage and pose a risk to you. Be sure to perform a lockout-tagout on the MCC after you turn off the power. If you are not authorized to do a lockout-tagout on the MCC, inform your manager. If your system does not have a way to lock out the pieces of equipment at the MCC, go to the tunnel controller and turn the switches for the pieces of equipment to off. 4. Close the ball valve that shuts off the airflow from the main supply line to the specific piece of equipment. Otherwise, remaining air pressure in the system will continue to leak out until air tank is empty. Although this is dependent on how the system is set up, closing the appropriate valve is the best method to ensure that remaining air pressure does not leak out. Your manager will show you where the off switch is located. 5. Go to the piece of equipment that you are replacing the shock on.
6. Remove the clevis pins from the bolts. 7. Push the bolts out so that the shock can be removed.
8. Set aside all hardware removed at this point for reinstallation. 9. Remove the shock and spacers.
To see the full version of our 13-module Advanced Equipment Maintenance and Small Repairs online training program, go to www.washcourse.com, click on the Schedule the Demo tab, which can be found in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Fill out the contact form and click Request Demo. Our Director of Client Services, Patrick Jesuel, will contact you within 24 hours from the time of submission. Feel free to browse our website, www.washcourse.com. You can also go to www.brinkresults.com for more information on all of the services we provide in the car wash industry.